Hey guys, welcome to the Stitching Jules YouTube channel where we are really mostly about cross stitching, and as you can see behind me, all the stuff that I like to do, I do a lot of different cross stitch. But the reason why I'm doing this video today is because I am debuting something that is exciting for me, and I think it's going to be exciting for a lot of my subscribers and followers out there who have been watching me for a while. You guys know that when I first started doing cross stitch, one of the first things that kind of grabbed me as somebody who was new to cross stitch and wanted to do different kinds of designs were the black and white designs of Ronnie Rowe. Let me show you one of my examples of his work here. And so I've done a number of his pen and ink designs. I've done 3. I'm working on the 4th one. As you can see down here, I've got the God Bless America one. I've got, he has the Puppy Love series, and one of you wonderful people sent me one of those that I need to stitch at some point. But I've got a surprise for you guys today. I actually got Ronnie Rowe Designs' 2020 releases. How do I say this? The 2020 collection that he's going to debut at the Nashville Market, which is coming up the first week of March. He sent me the designs and we talked on the phone about it, and he gave me full permission to show these in advance so you guys know what's coming. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the future and as far as what he is planning for even next year. But the designs that are coming out in the Nashville Market that you guys are going to see in a couple of weeks, I would call this, he doesn't have a name for it, but it's more pen and ink design. So it's more like what I have here and there, where it's basically virtually all black thread, black floss on white fabric. Do you have to do it that way? No. You can choose whatever color fabric you want, whatever floss. But it's just more in that series, and it's kind of what I've been hoping that he would do for a while. I would call this, he doesn't have a name for it. I would call it the Americana series or the Americana collection. So he basically wanted to do some iconic American cross stitch. So without further ado, and I gotta tell you, some of these are quite large. So without further ado, let me show you. The first one is called Lady Liberty. And this is what it looks like. The design measures 200 by 300 stitches. There's just 4 sheets of paper in here. This is pretty traditional for Ronnie Rowe as far as how many pages that he normally has. So that's what it is. Basically the Statue of Liberty with a bit of New York behind it. And that's the first one. Oh yeah, so these are traditionally designed to be stitched on 18 count Aida. Gosh, it looks like he usually uses DMC number 844. I usually use 310, but he uses 844. That's interesting. You can do whatever you want to. Shoot, you can do it in 225, and so, which is kind of a pinkish kind of thing. So, but there's Lady Liberty. There's number 1. Let's go. Number 2 is going to be Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is, as we all know, basically in South Dakota. Been here. It's a fun place to go to. Really, really cool. Mount Rushmore's design is, again, 300 by 220 stitches. It's 4 pages of pattern. And it's really, really pretty, isn't it? I mean, it's just perfect. And if you've been there, you know how it's incredibly secluded if it wasn't for this. I mean, just the rocky, forest area around it, but this is a beautiful one too. And so, all right, that's the second one. The third one is something kind of similar to this one, but it is actually of the White House, and it's this one. It basically, oh, you know what? I have the White House. Where's the stuff? This one's a little bit bigger. This one is 450 by 300 stitches, and this is 9 sheets. And there's our thing. So it's got from the Lincoln Monument, and then it's got President FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and then John Kennedy, along with a quote. The quote says, "We must find time to stop and thank the people who make a difference in our lives." And I really like this. I mean, you could do just the White House, but I really love this particular design. This is really, really awesome. And then finally, he said, you know, he wanted to do 4, and he had these 3 done, and he was thinking, what else could I do that is American, that is Americana, that would celebrate America? And he came up with this idea, and this is the largest design that he's ever done. This particular pattern is 480 by 320 stitches. How much was that White House one? I said it was, yeah, so this one's 480 by 320, so it is his largest one. And it's 16 sheets of design. It's 16 sheets. So it's a lot, but we can talk about this later, but there is anyway, I'm not gonna delay any further. So without further ado, it is the Native American cross stitch. How cool is this? Do you guys even see this kind of pattern done anywhere else? It is beautiful, it is detailed, and it is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And I think that on this one, basically, there are 4 colors that are recommended for the pattern. And you'll see them on the back, but it's there's a little bit of gray and a little bit of blue that are going in up here for a little bit of cloud. I'm not sure how well that really shows up, but it's just right there. Just this little bit of color, which is the first little bit of color that he said he put in for his pen and ink design. So pretty awesome, huh, guys? It is pretty awesome. I'm thrilled to be able to present these to you and bring these to you. Ronnie and I have kind of emailed back and forth for a while, and when he made these decisions to release these, he sent them all to me for my use down the road, for my enjoyment down the road. But we will be doing some giveaways. We're going to do some Ronnie Rowe giveaways here leading up to the Nashville Market and beyond to thank him for everything he's done for me in terms of just enjoying his work and enjoying cross-stitching. Like I said, it's just been so much fun. So that's really all I wanted to talk about now. My video on the weekly update coming up on Thursday, I will talk more about the conversation that we had and some of the things that he shared with me, including his plans for 2021, which sounds exciting as well, and I'm really looking forward to it. And the other thing I want to throw out is there anything that you would like to see done, especially in a pen and ink design? What do you guys want to see? He's always looking for design ideas, and if there's something out there that you think that perhaps he could do, feel free to comment down below. And if he doesn't see those, I will let him know that these are some of the ideas that people actually want to stitch, and maybe we can, maybe we can help him along with some of those design ideas. So thank you for watching. Tune in on Thursday for even more Ronnie Rowe Designs fun. And we'll talk more about the Nashville Market at that time. You'll be able to check out my blog at stitchingjules.com, which I'll link everything below. I'll link to Ronnie Rowe and everything else. We're going to talk more about the Nashville Market as it's coming up. It is the big, you could say the cross-stitch design show. It's not a consumer show. It's a wholesale show, so a lot of shops go there to buy designs. So, if it's something that you want your local needle workshop to carry, Ronnie Rowe, just let them know. They can go and talk to him while he's there. Tell him Stitch and Jules sent you. And anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in a couple of days. Happy stitching.